In a Gingy Sea-town cavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme.
Blood, ashes, damnation, sea and storm, take us all.
Whatever is the matter?
I offered cash to palace official and he acted like I was trying to give him head. Sorry, head legs.
It doesn't surprise me. The Queen's authority is quite respected. You're lucky he didn't turn you over to the watch.
So there's no room for some good old-fashioned bribery? What is the world coming to? Oh jeez, probably like getting more sensible.
That's what I'm saying! What is the world coming to?
We need to fix that.
The patricians aim to lower the authority to 4 or less.
Your Majesty, I bring grave news. A mystery went up north to bring the true fate to those pagans. But last week he was found dead on the outskirts of a remote village. May he rest in peace.
Murdered?
Just so, Your Majesty. And not just murdered, but sacrificed in a devilish ritual to one of their awful pagan gods. He was found draped across a stone altar, with antlers embedded in his head.
Sounds like a famine demon or something.
We must send an inquisitor to the village and root out the killers.
Why is my tab is not here? Like my King of the Castle tab, I didn't close it, but it's not here. Oh, found it.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say
I might be stupid. Okay, I am stupid. I'm sorry. Don't worry. It was like I had, yeah.
Thank you for trusting us. Very well, Your Majesty, but we'll seek justice the northern way.
A few weeks later, the village god speaker undergoes a trial by combat. She loses her life in the process, which means the old gods judge her guilty. The church has mixed feelings about these pagan methods, but are satisfied by that the murderer has faced justice. Late at night, two counts meet in an ancient stone cemetery to discuss our grain stores. Okay.
No, finally! Our great stores are looking much more impressive than the rest of the kingdom.
Yes, and I've had peasants from the coast moving onto my lands, desperate to sponge off our prosperity.
How exquisite, but won't summoning this demon be difficult? It's magic beyond our usual fare.
The walls of reality are sturdy, but they can be weakened. A tide of blood must swallow this kingdom in its wake. Chaos.
This is why I don't trust Romanians.
Fucking Romanians.
For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons.
Oh!
No.
Your greatness, this is an outrage. Lady Patrician Stinky is trying to steal my bear from under my nose.
Did you say bear?
It's not there, Bear. I was about to buy this beast for my adventure in the Tatterlands when Chief Gavin turned up, shouting and raving out, Skurinorn. Skurinorn.
And who is Skurinor?
The northern goddess of medicine and knowledge. The bear wears her mark on her brow, clear as day.
Tell me more about this bear.
She's a magnificent specimen. She'd be a great addition to my menagerie.
I suppose this is a matter for the council.
Mark my words, if this bear's not brought to the north where she belongs, there'll be trouble.
We're going to war over your pet bear.
Yeah, I'm willing.
Just anything. Go to war.
that is our way. That's kind of what we do.
You know what will be pretty funny?
You should have to pay for it.
It's like
I think a bidding war would be kind of cool.
Wait, no, I know how to encourage a bidding war, Ryan. If I veto Gavin from like getting the bear.
Oh my god, that is ridiculous. That is insane.
Okay.
That's criminal.
You're stealing my pet from me.
Okay, if you want it, I encourage a bidding war.
Give me the bear.
Okay.
I like to imagine it's just like a teddy bear, and it's not an actual bear.
The furries back and forth, the nobles battle it out for ownership of the bear. Eventually, Gavin wins out. The Tatterlands Adventures is delighted and goes away with more money than she knows what to do with. Naturally, the patricians aren't happy to have lost their potential zoo exhibit.
This is what you were entertaining. They were going to use it as a zoo animal. Like, that's just ridiculous.
But there is little they can do. The bear turns out to be a fearsome creature with a bright white fur and intent green eyes. And she's vast, even on all fours. She stands taller than a wagon. She's transported north slowly and carefully, sedated by special herbs and followed by a stream of worshipping villagers. Chief Gavin is delighted that the Skirnos has been done.
Skirners will have been done.
Up in the north, Chief Nobody Decent is hosting a grand feast at his clan hall.
God damn it, the Queen's spies still follow me every move. We'll never catch her unawares at this rate.
Aye, we need to step up our efforts, or the throne will be forever beyond our reach.
The chiefs aim to raise the other region's defiance total of at least 6, or ensure another region begins a rebellion.
Your Greatness, I'm stunned, outraged, and absolutely incensed. I've been summoned to a trial by the Inquisition on some nonsense. They said I was, diddling a sheep and shouting something, but it's fabricated. I've seen a group of church missionaries went missing near my hands. It's fucking cold out there, right? You could have just died, I don't sound innocent at all, do I?
Not particularly.
No one dares defend me on their own. They're too scared of the High Inquisitor. I mean, the trial's set, and the council has to intervene. Of course, if they don't, well...
Toshi remains silent. The council is nearly aware of High Inquisitor's steely gaze from across the chamber.
Suggesting pray for a good outcome, that's so evil.
You distribute a proclamation among the chiefs asking for witness of nobody's decent innocence. A northern villager eventually comes forward saying she saw missionaries heading in the direction of the frozen lake near nobody's decent estate. Indeed, they are soon found wandering aimlessly through the featureless tundra, completely lost and snowblind, but alive. With no dead missionaries, the High Inquisitor is forced to drop the charges and pay compensation to nobody decent, who sends you a small gift in thanks.
June, I had something I wanted to ask of you.
What can I do for you?
Can you give me free V-Bucks? As you surely know, I run a successful jeweler's guild back in the home of the coast. But the current laws are a little restrictive for meg trade. Lots of tariffs and regulation. You know how it is. I was hoping you could go push for some changes in the council. Eliminate some of the important import duties on Aitashi jewels, perhaps.
You want me to give the cause preferential trade treatment?
Correct. I think it's only fair. The other regions just can't compete with us, and the jewelers. Oh my god, trade anyway.
Fine, I'll send the
Even
council.
you can't believe.
Ah, marvelous. I'll see you there. Brilliant. Why am I so evil?
I don't know, why are you so evil? Do you want to talk about it?
I wanted an evil character, but now I'm just feeling bad. Reduce import, do nothing.
Zyka, fuck you!
I just, that's what you get for being an upstart.
Scott.
Thanks to our efforts, the spy master's focusing on attention on the other regions. And while the cat's away, the mice shall play. I'm not a mouse, by the way.
Please don't refer to us as mice. We're honourable warriors.
There's no honest politics, my friend. The next step should replace the Palace Watch with our own agents.
Aye, the Honour Guard are incorruptible, but the Watcher are another story. If the Queen can't pay them, they'll look for money elsewhere.
We're paying off the Garda.
For their next scheme, the chiefs must lower the treasury to 100, 1,500 or less in 2 seasons.
I can't do anything. I'm broke.
Serves you right, Gavin.
I wanted my bear. There's nothing wrong with that. I was in the right.
He wants his bear. Let him have his bear. Okay. Withhold my bid then, shall I?
Bid on the aqueduct, please. We're not bidding enough. We're doing less than the deer park. Okay. Well, I didn't mean that much, but
You know what? Because of that, I'm voting for the deer park.
Oh wow, what a spiteful little witch you've become.
Wow.
I just love deer.
Exactly.
They've got lots of space up north.
Yeah.
They need more nature reserves.
Aye, we do. The problem is, we don't have a lot of food.
Your marriage to Clovia is not what you'd hoped. She seldom sleeps in your bed, and over the breakfast, you exchange only a few frosty words before she departs to a board meeting.
Head up.
The last thing on your mind is procuring an heir, but the need of the kingdom must prevail.
Congratulations on order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair.
I'm very happy, thank you.
Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you have found a way to have both. You have done well so far, but do better, Asenhaya. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, because you're both women. or the youngest, or your many cousins.
My wife and I will have a child together.
I'm sure I have a bastard child laying around somewhere.
I'll make my youngest cousin my heir. I like that one the best. My
I
wife
think
and
you
I will
should
have a
have
child
someone from
together.
the orphanage. Traditional.
Traditional method. No one will object to that. I will arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business.
Let's
I'm
get
both
down
off
to
to try.
business and
And
defeat
defeat the Huns.
Yeah.
I did before. Your Majesty, I wish to speak to you about the situation in the north.
again.
Too long have the Northerners been allowed to worship their heathen tree gods, in brazen defiance of the ninth god. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the north. It's for the good of the realm.
Council time. Let's go.
Democracy!
Gavin.
Down with
Of
the
course,
queen.
Your Majesty. I would expect nothing less. I thought he had a cat ears from.
He's a very strange bishop, that one. We've seen him around the rectory meowing and licking himself. It's pretty fucked, actually.
Our tree gods, they did nothing wrong. What did that bear do to anyone?
Exactly. Bear's a medicine
Very
bear.
well. If this is the will of the council, then so be it.
I'm glad that the council respects our sovereignty enough to leave us to our own business. God's bless you.
Your Majesty, we've been hearing disturbing ramblings from the university. What matter of ramblings? Nasty rules of secret nighttime meetings in one of the older libraries. The rumor is they are examining the rules of succession, the very rules that you put on your throne. Who knows what conclusion they might come to?
Personally,
Let's go with
I think we should actually investigate it. We want to ensure the sovereignty of the
Yeah.
throne, after all.
And we don't want to lose money, June. Money is important. You're Jewish
Money's
after
really-
all.
Oi, right.
Well, June, this is perfect for you.
Your spy is sent to Quietly University disguised as a student of metaphysics and is given the bag of gold to use for bribes. A pair of counts face each other in silence. A code is exchanged. They speak of their last schemes.
What happened? The kingdom was meant to be a whirlpool of chaos by now.
It's more like a whirlpool of smiles and hugs. No demon will come anywhere near it.
The counts aim to lower stability to 4 or less. I think we should, tax the richest people.
Yeah, we
I'm
should.
poor! I'm poor!
You know,
I
in real
literally
life,
just
I
got
think
money.
Tax the rich.
I'm poor again! I went from 0 to 100!
Your Grace, the loyal and noble Countess Psycha has been taken hostage.
Oh
Sorry, Psycha!
Deserved!
no!
Deserved!
Get stolen, you dumb brat.
What will kidnappers want with her?
It's some criminal organization. This horrid, how do you pronounce it? Miscreants demand gold and safe passes to Ashmed in exchange for Psycha's return.
What's that noise?
We're very strong. Obviously, we
Kill
should
him! Kill him!
just slaughter them all.
I think you should pay the ransom.
I think we should just kill them.
What?
You're going to have a bad time, my friend.
I think murder is a sensible option.
Sorry, I just resort to murder, that's kind of my thing.
I also think that ignoring a letter is a good option.
Excuse me, Nia? My god.
Are you sure about that?
The outlaws are no match for East forces which rushed to Zyka's aid. During the raid, Eastern fighters even recovered a hoard of gold and gems shared between the treasury and the counts. Thank you, Lucy.
Well done, June.
Always lovely to increase my queen's money.
Your Majesty, the spy you sent into the university has been picked up by the Palace Watch. Exactly what was he learned? Very little, Your Majesty, if his exam scores are any measure. The young spy has entered the student body, taken up drinking, and now spends his time composing Mother 3 syllab poetry.
Oh god. Your Majesty.
Read me some of your poetry.
Beer at noon. Was this spread of flatulence?
Have you discovered the university's secret?
Something found. Big bad fact.
I knew it, Your Majesty! The university is definitely plotting against the crown. Perhaps they're even looking to prove your succession was not legitimate. Let's halve out on our next move. If you can brook the delay, Your Majesty.
Obviously, that was a coded message.
I mean, he started speaking in 3-syllable poetry, so
Zaka.
big bad fact.
It's just an elaborate code.
Totally
He just said,
learned.
"Thank you, Your Highness." What? wait, what's going on here?
Thank you, Your Highness. What?
The spice is given an ice bath, strong black coffee, a fresh set of clothes, and a few more gold pieces before he's returned to university. Up in the north, Chief Nobody Decent has gathered his fellow plotters for a hike through the mountains.
Alice Watch won't accept our bribes. Her treasury is practically overflowing. We don't need our money.
And I suppose they ran straight to the spymaster to blab about it too. Damn our luck. Is this the end?
But Valtar gave her his first defeat of the Eater of the Sun. We will bide our time and strike again when the Queen least expects it.
The chiefs aim to lower the treasury to 150 or less.
Our wondrous bear is thriving in the north, Your Highness. Just as Skirnicorn would wish. The God Speakers have gained visions of new herbs and medicines ever since she arrived. The gods are good.
Sounds like you've been smoking those fucking
Can you
herbs for
share
a while.
the knowledge with the rest of the kingdom?
Maybe. I'd have to ask the God Speakers about that. It is sacred knowledge, after all.
The only
The only thing is that she's eating a lot. Our hunters have to push into the frozen waste to find enough food to go around.
Oh, it's me. I'm back.
Oh, you fucking...
Second
Shut up,
thought.
broad!
Okay, bye. I was gonna jokingly hang up for VC. Having second thoughts, are you potentially the bear would do better than a
Menagerie.
Yeah, in a menage. I don't want to read that in English.
And if you
So, Nia, what
give
do you
us-
want?
I think you want it, right, Nia? Surely you want the bear.
Actually, I want your crops.
Okay, crops. That can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It can be
I
arranged.
can do that. Arranged.
Grumbling, the nobles gather their crops and send them to the chiefs to help them support their sacred bear. She grows sleeker and happier by the day, as do the chiefs who take the choice of cuts and meats and ripest of vegetables for themselves. Across all the land, peasants stand to
Oh,
wonder
welcome.
openly why a bear is given special treatment over the people. Two counts
Here's
meet
hoping,
on the outskirts of a barren farm, wind whipping and at their long clothes.
Good news from the capital, my friend. Well, bad news, but good for us.
Oh, yes. Fires, wanton murder, giant spiders.
Oh yeah, they wanted the North.
All that and more. The fabric between worlds is wearing thin. The time is ripe to summon a demon.
But which honored guest should be invited?
I don't know. I guess raising our trade is good, right?
Eh,
I don't know.
let's do it. Raising our...
And lowering your faith, good luck at getting it to 0.
El Femina will bring pestilence and starvation to the lands. She's perfect for our plans. When she arrives, the crown will be ours for the taking.
But how are you going to send her back?
Her summoning ritual requires red regions from across South Earth. Petals of Sarkinus Orchid, the Eye of Ateshi, Salamander.
Indeed. We'll stockpile resources before initiating the rite. There's no time to waste.
For the final stage of the scheme, the counts must raise their own trade to at least 6.
And still...
Your Highness, there's been a terrible fire in the city of Kandin. Where once there were buildings, there's now a field of smouldering ash. Dozens of lowborn have died.
What caused this fire?
So nothing of value was lost.
Cal kicked him for a lantern.
Oh, you're worse than me in that one.
We are. Some milkmaid was burning the midnight oil and must have unexpectedly cold hands.
Poor cow.
Poor cow.
I was hoping the council might unlock some funds from the treasury so we could rebuild.
Find and punish the milkmaid responsible.
I think that
Hmm.
I think
No,
that
the
stone would be
cow.
more stone would be more reliable for the future. Prevent things from happening.
It's
like this again.
expensive.
It's
Yeah.
I think
expensive,
we should
but
build the city as it was, surely.
it won't happen again. If you rebuild it as it is, it'll just go up in flames again.
You guys want
Don't
me to go
veto it.
broke?
I still want to punish the milkmaid, but I realize that's not the majority pick.
You're already evil, you know.
You order the immediate reconstruction of Candine. The cheap wooden houses take no time to build and are soon populated by candle-wielding, dry-blanket-bearing common folk. What could go wrong?
I told you! He told you!
Oh, not by sword or spear, mind you, but by hawks. A particular violent breed of wild traveling hawks, to be precise. They terrorize our farmland and forest alike. They even attack our farmers when brave. The council must do something.
The Count's count the reserves to need any weapons they can, but it's no use. The military can only spare tipless spears and shriveled bows. Countless eastern farmers are gored to death in hawk hands gone wrong, and the pest problem persists.
I wonder who could have helped you there. Maybe a slight investment would have helped.
Countess Zyka strides into the council chambers, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail.
The fields and barns of the east are overrun by vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore.
Graswald the Glorious and my party of merry adventurers to clean out these rats for you.
I like that. That's a good one.
Later, the adventurers are wiped out, battling some kind of rat king in a sewer, but the rodent population has gone down.
I told you.
God.
You had to send in professionals to do the right kind of job.
Okay.
That's so true.
Blessed be Graswald the Glorious.
Your quest for an heir is now complete. You stand before the council holding a smiled child in your arms. Shall I die? I ask that my crowns be passed down to. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My daughter. Then the assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom.
Your greatness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name?
June the 2nd.
The gods are good, your majesty. I'm sure little June too will grow up to be the chip of the old...
June 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
So that's the title of this video now?
Oh, my stream just... There we go.
You
Gavin
always
and their
meddling.
friends have locked themselves in their lodge. They're refusing to come out. They say they're learning the words of the Scoranorn. Oh no, they're worshipping Scoranorn. What are we gonna do?
Go back to your own
Meanwhile,
country.
our trades are drying up because of their negligence by sea and storm. I swear it's the damn bear's fault.
No, it's not. Leave the bear alone.
A dangerous thing
Humans
indeed,
really
your
hate the
majesty.
bear.
I know we tolerate these heathen practices in the north, but this is too much.
What does learning the ways of Skurion means?
Eating poisonous moss and making horrible concoctions so they have visions of their pagan god. Apparently Sgurnorn is a deity of wisdom and medicine. Pah!
What do we do, Your Serene Highness? Our trades will lose their livelihoods if we can't sell salt to the northerners.
Are you going to assassinate our fucking bear? You better not.
I vetoed it!
No, I wanted to kill the bear.
Oh no, you're going to let them get the crown.
Yeah, you want some trade and money?
We could have shared the knowledge of Skirnon with you.
Please,
Oh.
God, patricians, do anything but trade with the counts.
Nia, we
Yeah.
have money.
This is your trade, Nia.
They're going to overthrow the crown. We'll fail.
You just
Both of us
own
will fail.
nation.
Just vote for one of them, please, Nia.
We will give you money.
Nia.
Thanks.
Oh my
We're
god.
letting them overthrow the
Remember this, Nia. Thank you.
masochism.
No, they're going to cause a famine in your land.
We're going to sacrifice you to their fucking heathen god.
Grumbling the patrician.
I like that.
Grumbling.
This is the problem playing a fucking game with god that.
Grumbling, the patricians tune their attention to the business with the counts. Fortunately, the start trade brings piles of gold to all parties. When the chief eventually emerge from their lodges, they are not pleased that the patricians have abandoned their trade deals, but their faith in Skirnir wisdom is stronger than ever. As they put their vision into practice, the clubs flourish, the archbishop claims it's coincidence, but the chiefs fervently believe that the Skirnir has their hand. Meanwhile, the bear remains happy and pampered in the northern lands. The spy we sent back to the university has returned, Your Majesty, with important information.
It's a document, Your Majesty. A newly discovered document of original law in the ancient legal tongue. They're translating it. The rumor is Queen Alma wrote it in her own hand.
A document written by Queen Alma has the power to overturn the running of the whole kingdom. We must bring this to the council's attention.
No, no one wants to burn the library down with me.
No, you're a treacherous little dog.
If we send soldiers in, that might reduce stability.
The soldiers storm the library of old indiscriminately and recover hundreds of books, scrolls, and documents, all written in ancient legal tongue that no one can read. It is kingdom's dark history. The kingdom history could be better. Let's write a new one.
That's kind of cool.
I don't like how counts are just the wealthiest.
Well, it's a joke.
Making them the
It's
wealthiest.
with you. We do as you command.
You're
We
trying
do
to
everything you
overthrow
want. No, not at
That's what
all.
we're talking about.
We try to aid Queen.
It's not over at all. There's nothing to worry about.
No, what do you mean? We just want to trade a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure, it's good for
God.
all of the kingdom.
Oh no. If they do that, they're going to... Oh no, they're going to win if they do that.
No, guys.
No,
guys.
this thing, we don't even have
You're
enough money.
too
What do you mean?
deeply into this.
Right, well, GG, they've won.
Okay, so...
I told you, Nia, not to give them that, but you did. I told you to veto it, June, you didn't. Now
just
look at
vote-
it. You've killed
Just vote
yourself.
with their conscience.
Now they're gonna eat your baby with the horrible fangs.
No, the council is right.
June, if you'd listened to the Northerners, they would have overthrown you years ago.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
no. We were set on rebellion, and look, I changed my tune, didn't I?
I didn't even initiate the rebellion. I refused to.
We could have rebelled. We could have had a fight with you, and we
We
would have won.
we had the military power as well to do it. We would have won.
And yet we didn't.
I realize my honor guard is also...
Yeah, it's almost like you're
Yes.
surrounded from the get-go. It seems like you've made a serious...
They have your best interests at heart, June.
Well, I'm sure.
Best
just so
interest at
happened-
heart. Yeah, you're going to kill her. Yeah, wow. Great interest.
That's so hot, Gavin!
No, it's not, June.
And didn't you see how hot our mates were?
Yeah, exactly!
Yeah, but at
Like
least
you
ours could
tell.
at least ours could probably get it up, unlike you fucking effeminized twinks.
If you didn't tax us earlier, maybe we could have actually succeeded in this auction.
No, Gavin,
No, you have to tax us.
I didn't tax
Maybe you should
you.
have voted with June more often.
You taxed us. You took all of my money.
No, Gavin, you bet on the bear. You wanted to have a bidding war with a bear.
No. You refused to give me the bear. Then after that, when I got 500 for just being there, for existing, you took 400 of my 500. Now I've only got 100 left.
And the theater.
Well, it doesn't matter if you vote for the theater. You killed yourself.
Oh,
I
I
wasn't
was
aware you were such a fucking thespian.
Oh, is it too late to vote for the theatre? Oh.
Okay, end season. Just as the night before, servants enter your dining hall to bring you dinner. It's a modest spread of smuggling pie, roasted apples, mixed pickles, cabbage chowder, and mushroom stew. As usual, Clovia sits at the opposite end of the long table, ignoring you. Suddenly, her eyes open wide, staring at the steaming platter. The meat is crawling with flies.
Your Majesty, I don't know what happened. It was fine when we brought it out.
When you reach for an apple, it causes in the mold, sending a cloud of spores. Call the High Inquisitor. The High Inquisitor arrives within the hour. Clovia has made herself scars.
There's something very wrong afoot. Your Majesty, this is definitely demonic. I've had accounts are responsible.
How do you get rid of it? The High Inquisitor opens her mouth to reply, but as she does, wasps erupt from her mouth.
Oh my
She
God.
screams, more wasp! What the hell?
Oh my god.
She speaks with a buzz that scrapes the back of your skull.
Your man.
She goes in the twitching. From down the hall, footsteps approach. A cloud of counts stand there, looking extremely pleased with themselves. Clovia stands with them, smiling.
Greetings, Your Majesty, and good morning. Glory to Belfemina, the Queen of Corruption.
Glory to Belfaminar, indeed.
The fields are ravaged by plague and vermin. Thanks to our work, Your Majesty, lowborn all across the kingdom will starve. Unless you do right by them and give it to your demands.
Well, Femina has this kingdom in the palm of her hand, ready to give it to the rightful monarch, Carol. You have a choice. Die of old age in exile, or be killed now. Either way, we get the crown.
Let me just grab my crown polish in my room. You rush away, but your body comes to a halt despite struggling against it, as though bound by invisible charms. Insects swarm from the ground, sting your skin, surrounding you in a buzzing whirlwind. The mass of bugs covers your face, smothering you, your breath stutters. The last thing you hear is Cones arguing over how the region will be portioned out. It's some comfort to know they are unlikely to settle it peacefully. Oh god. The Counts are victorious! Queen's June's skeleton was picked clean by a swarm of devouring insects. Then the swarm engulfed the rest of the palace, consuming any who opposed the Count's rule. The chief's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Chief Nobody Decent ended with his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall.
Oh.
The patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption. But what's new about that? They failed to gain a throne and lost money in the process. A bad investment. And so the demon Belfamir did lay waste to the kingdom. And the fields were barren, the sky turned black with insects. None were left to oppose the rule of a monarch, Carol, who ascended to the throne, rejoicing from the counts.
So we let a demon god take over the state.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice.
It's pretty pugged.